Hi guys, from Chaos Street Garage. Just like to wish you all a happy new year. Um, Funky love to all of you, all my new and all my old subscribers, and I'm looking forward to the builds this year. Kicking off this one with this Battle of the Blades with Jim Silva. There's a link there to Jim's um, YouTube channel. Jim does some awesome work. Well, Jim contacted me a little while ago and he said, Funky, do you fancy having a pot at a battle? So I went, yeah, go for it, mate. He said, well, what shall we do? And he went, we'll do a dual sword battle. So I said, yeah, okay then. He went, 2 vehicles of your own choice, do what you like. I went, yep, sounds good to me. When shall we do it? He goes, January the 1st. I went, brilliant. Let the new year in nicely. So here we go. Ready for this, Jim?
Round 1. Fight!
There we go. And fight. Let's get these two puppies apart. The Transit came apart nice and easy. The Beetle, I've never been very fond of these Beetles anyway. Been hand painted and all that crap. Hate the engine on the arse end with a scoop over the roof. You wouldn't see it driving down the street. I've never seen one like that at the drag strip, and I've done drag racing myself. So yeah, I was quite happy to chop this bugger up. I really, really was. I didn't have any remorse on that one. Let's chop it. So first off, we're going to drown him in the old shitty strip. I say shitty strip because, as you'll see, it don't work proper. Yeah, it's I think I'm going to have to go for a new style on this one soon. I need something. I mean, to be honest, I think it's just the paint. The Transit stripped quite nicely, as you'll see in a moment, but the Beetle, not so well. Not so well at all. Just making sure it's all fully coated. Like I say, normally don't take about 15 minutes, and it's stripped to the bone as if there's a bunch of piranhas in there. So we'll chuck the lid on and see what happens. Yep, 30 minutes later, here we go. This should be good if it normally works after 15 minutes, eh guys? And well, the Transit's the Transit's done good. Mind you, Ford never did do good paint. Ouch, that's below the belt, I know. But as for the VW, yeah, that bollocks my ideas, didn't it? Yeah, it's not done good at all. I have a quick look in case it's just one little part, and nope, not at all. So time to break out the big guns on this one. As Rob from Matchbox Garage does, let's chuck the bugger in some caustic soda, shall we? First of all, we'll pour him in some boiling water. Remember guys, this stuff is bloody dangerous, so be careful. This is why kids shouldn't be watching these programs. Let's top it up. I shall leave the sounds running for this one. I don't know if it's the actual caustic that rips the paint off, or it's the exothermal reaction, because that water gets extremely fucking hot. The glass is rather hot as well. So anyway, this is after giving them a good wash off, and as you'll see now with the old rotary tool, cleans up beautifully. Not bothering with the front end of the Transit, because as you've guessed, that's coming off, and I've only cleaned the front end of the Beetle up because that's going on the front end of the Transit. So now the fun starts with the old jeweler's saw. Remember to use your lube, guys, in more ways than one. And all I'm using there is a mixture of melted down beeswax and baby oil. Once it sets into like a very, very soft paste. Absolutely brilliant for lubricating these saw blades. Works great if you've got dry hands, and if you put on wood, it acts as a wax. Absolutely fantastic, and it even waxes cars up as well, I found out. So we're off now with the old saw. Trying my best not to break any blades on this one. And I should be perfectly honest, I went through two blades. Went through two blades on the whole lot of this build, which wasn't too bad. I was quite happy with that. Just chopping off the rear wings off the Beetle, because those are going to come in handy. There's one. And wiping the blade and then reapplying the lubricant helps. It gets rid of all the little metal filings or the shit out of the teeth, and I find it cuts a lot better, and the blade lasts a lot longer as well. There we go. There's a second one. So I'll just have a look then, see how it fits together. Just a general cut straight down behind the back doors. The back doors. Duh. There is no back doors. It's a Beetle. Just behind the back of the door, should I say? And now I'm just going to degrease it all before I can bond it together. Looks a little bit dark, that there, but that's all I use it for, is just for cleaning the castings off. And as you may have guessed, my usual 2K thinners. I love this stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Stinks to high heaven. My parrot, I don't think my parrot should really be in the room with it, I know. But he's alright, bless him. And alright, now to just using some 2-part epoxide to stick these together. And what I'm using here is called Dr. Ding's Ding Stick. Amazing stuff. Once again, this stuff stinks to high heaven, but it sticks like shit to a blanket. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Takes a little while to go off, but I don't mind that. So I do these cars in a bit here and a bit there anyway, with long breaks in between. I can't sit for too long, as you all know. So I'm just generally getting it in all the nooks and crannies of where I need it. And this is actually the next day now. So I'm just going to start sanding it down with the old drum attachment and the rotary tool. This really kicks spots out of this stuff. Strips it down like there's no tomorrow. And make sure, guys, that if you're doing anything like this, make sure you're wearing your face mask. Don't just use it for spraying. Use it for when you're sanding down and grinding, etc. Always put health and safety first. Oops, I forgot my gloves. As you know, guys, I can't work in gloves. Bloody horrible things they are. So we're just getting this now down to roughly where I want it, and then I'll finish it off by hand afterwards. But I actually get it pretty darn close. So just filling in some of the bad parts there with this Humbrol filler. As you'll see, it's I was squidging it because it's got this black pigment in there that's not actually mixed in properly. It doesn't affect it in any way, so I still continue to use it. but I find that this Humbrol is really good stuff. It goes off nice and quick. It goes off quite thick as well if you need it to, and it's really easy to sand down. Just using a bit of plastic card there. Just making up the running boards down the sides. Just extending them along. Trying to keep them nice and trim as we go along, and then I knew these rear arches will come in handy. But once again, using the jeweler's saw, just got to get rid of the old transit arches because those are right in the way. And now we can put the Beetle ones on. As you'll see, just finishing by hand on the filler. It sands down really easy. I'm quite happy with that. Now this is just some decanted primer as I took out of a can a little while ago, and I'm just going to paint it on. I'm going to be quite liberal with it, just so as it fills in any scratches, etc. So when I go to rub it down, it fills them in nicely prior to painting. So I was thinking along the lines of what can I do to it, and I thought, you know what, it's a jeweler's saw battle. Let's go for a Baja style front end, shall we? So I'm just cutting off the front tops of the arches, or fenders as they call them over the pond. This is when I actually brought the jeweler's saw, was cutting these when I brought the blade. And all I've done is I've just shortened it down. Just using half a blade. Thought, why not? It doesn't hurt, does it? And just finishing them off and rounding the corners off and sharp bits, just using the usual file. And I thought, well, you know what? Let's go for a few pilot holes. Jim said it was a battle of the blades, so let's use the blade, shall we? And poke it in the hole. Don't forget your lubrication. Now, I chose not to cut the whole lot of the bonnet, and the simple reason for this was I wanted to be different. There's no particular reason, except, to be honest, I thought if I do cut it out all the way down, it's going to be an absolute bitch to fix this on. And then the way I actually fitted the body to the chassis was totally different. So now I'm just carrying on cutting and just taking the doors off. As you'll see, I've already took one off, and there goes the other one. Clean all the edges up. I'm actually loving doing this build. It's absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love it. Hope you're liking it as well, guys. Really do. And unfortunately, that's it for this one, guys. Stay tuned in. This is a two-part piece, but Part 2 is already uploaded, so you can view it straight away. Cheers for watching. I hope you watch part 2. Cheers, guys.